After receiving the courageous from Prince Olivert, we went right to work flying across eastern Erebonia and fulfilling the requests he forwarded on behalf of the citizens, our ultimate goal of taking back the Academy at the back of our minds. However, one request, a deceptively simple one from the prince himself, happened to stand out from the rest, delivering letters and parcels to the remote town of Alster. On board the ship, everyone is ready to head down to the town. Tow is there to see them off. You've got everything you need, right? Yeah, we're good to go. I'm surprised we're actually going. We've never been tasked with going anywhere this far out before. Indeed, though it makes sense if you think about it. The Imperial Army places no strategic importance in this region. What good would it do for the Noble Alliance to stir up trouble here? True, although that doesn't mean the people here can just go about their lives as normal. Even in areas practically adjacent to Heimdall, the flow of goods has been stagnant. And if that's the case in areas so close to the capital, it stands to reason the effect is going to be even more pronounced in places like Alster. Yep, right now you guys are probably the only ones who can help make their lives easier. So good luck. We'll do what we can. Maybe it's a simple enough request when you put it down on paper, but we know how big a deal it is to the people here. Besides, one of our primary goals is to assess the situation here in the east, and having an excuse to visit remote regions we wouldn't ordinarily go to can only help in that regard. Completely in contrast to the rest of Class 7, who are taking the mission seriously, Milliam is bursting with excitement. Yeah, Gaius has the right idea. I've never been to Alster before, so I can't wait to get there and explore. Calm yourself, child. You're not traveling around for fun. Anyway, all the goods you need to deliver have been lowered to the ground by the crew already, and they all say where they need to go on them. That makes your goal the actual delivery. Understood. I wish I could go with you, especially given that Instructor Sarah's off the ship and can't lend a hand, but... Don't worry, Toa. You've done more than enough to help, so leave the rest to us. Thanks, Rean. Well, at the very least, I'm going to see you off and see you off right. Don't think there's a wrong way to do that with you involved. We'll see you in a bit. Have a safe trip. After arriving in Ulster and greeting its mayor who came to welcome us, we divided ourselves into two groups. The boys, tasked with delivering the material goods, and the girls, tasked with delivering the letters. The boys step outside the local church. That's all we needed to deliver to the church, right? Definitely. I double-checked while we're inside. Time to move on to the next destination. All we've got left is the general store and the workshop. Judging by this map, the closest one of those to us is... Meanwhile, Elliot is surveying their surroundings. Something catches his eye. Huh? Something wrong, Elliot? Oh, no. I was just surprised at how fancy that house over there looks compared to all the others. Elliot points to the building in question. Oh, you're right. Doesn't seem like anyone's home now, though. Not that it looks completely abandoned. I imagine it's the second home of someone with plenty of mirror to spare. I guess that's possible. But why would someone choose to build one here? Good question. From a short distance away, the girls notice them standing around and call out. Oh, there they are. Hey! The girls begin running over to them. Oh, hey. Have you finished delivering your share already? We just did. You've still got some left, I'm guessing? The mayor invited us to all have lunch with him, so why not save it for after? Oh, is it already time for lunch? What do you think, Rean? Personally, I see no reason to say no. I don't either. We could probably do with a break, so might as well take him up on it. The group takes the mayor up on his invitation and joins him for lunch, staying a little longer than initially planned for some afternoon tea. I truly can't thank you enough for coming all the way out here to help us. We have the gratitude of everyone here in Alster. Oh, think nothing of it. We appreciate you inviting us here to join you for lunch, actually. The food was perfect. It really was. This herb tea is exceptional too, particularly the fragrance. Isn't it? It's made from herbs brought here by a loving little flower girl who lives here in the town. Speaking of which, she, Hello, sir. Ah, there you are. That's some timing. Is this the flower girl you were talking about? Sorry if I kept you waiting. Oh. She glances curiously over at Class 7. Are these... That's right. Why don't you introduce yourself? Oh, of course. It's nice to meet you. I'm Tilia. Thank you so much for coming to help the people here today. I know it's not much, but here. Tilia holds out a flower to Rean. A flower? Are you giving this to me? Mm-hmm. It's a thank you for what you've done for us. Well, thank you very much. At this point, she starts handing out flowers to each member of Class 7. I have one for everyone, actually. Oh, thanks. These are really pretty, aren't they? I'm glad you think so. Here's one for you too. That's very kind of you. As she hands Eustace his flower, she can't help but be captivated by his appearance. Wow. Is something wrong, Tilia? Is there something on my face? Oh, no, not at all. I was just taken by how nicely each of you suit your flowers. All the girls are so pretty and all the boys are so dashing. You all look just like... At this point, the mayor realizes what Tilia is thinking. Knowing her, what she wants to say is that you all look like the lead characters in a story. Really? What brought that up? This young lady loves books, you see. She's always comparing people she meets and things that happen in real life to the characters and stories in her books. I imagine that with your blonde hair, you two make the very picture of a prince and a princess in her eyes. You mean Eustace and Elisa? Prince Eustace and Princess Elisa, Rean? Me? I can buy Elisa as royalty, but Eustace? I take the next train out of the country before being ruled by Prince Pompous over here. Prince Pompous may not see himself as the princely type either, but the last person he'd want to hear that from is the maid unfit to attend the royal ball. Do you like books with princes and princesses in them, then, Tilia? Yes, I like others too, though. Stories about adventures, stories about old legends. I like all kinds, really. Well, I happen to love reading too. Hearing this, Tilia leans forward excitedly. Really? What books have you read recently? Red Moon Rose and Back Alley Dr. Glenn are two of the most recent ones, I think. Oh, I've read those! Red Moon Rose is so exciting, isn't it? I was on the edge of my seat every time something serious happened. I couldn't wait to find out what would happen next. And Glenn's relationship with Katrina is so touching too. I know exactly what you mean. I felt the same way. Emma doesn't just read books either. She's written a few stories too. As someone who dreams of being an author when she's all grown up, Tilia reacts even more excitedly to this revelation than the last one. Really? I have done a bit of writing as part of my club at the academy, yes. You know, Emma, I've never seen any of the stuff you've written before. You'll have to show me sometime. I'm no writer, but I do like reading, so I could give you some feedback if you want. What? Hearing this, Tilly wants Elisa to read the story she's writing too, because she's unsure about how to end it. Feedback? As in, read through it and give advice? Well, I'm not sure about advice, but I can at least tell her what I thought of it from a reader's perspective and hopefully help her to improve upon it. Then I have something I want to ask too. Oh? Like what? Tilia, worked up as she was before, very suddenly loses the nerve to ask. No, it's okay. It's nothing. Really? Well, if you're sure. Meanwhile, the mayor sits and watches their conversation, his smile never once fading. It's not often my home is quite this lively. Oh, sorry. I didn't intend for us to overstay our welcome. Not at all. On the contrary, I'm really happy to see her like this. The mayor's tone becomes somewhat sadder as he continues. Well, she's completely healed now. There was a time when she was so sick she actually lost her sight. Really? She hasn't had an easy life, and she struggles still, so seeing her this cheerful warms my heart. I see. We stayed and talked to Tilia and the mayor for a little while longer, before saying our goodbyes and resuming work. It did take a little longer than we expected, but with some luck, we were able to reach our final destination before sunset. Everyone steps inside a local factory. The boys are carrying goods to deliver, while the girls, having finished their share of the work, have nothing at all. Well, this is it. Excuse me, is anyone here? Oh, be right out. A boy comes running out from far inside the factory. Oh, hey. You must be the people who have come to deliver supplies. The mayor was talking about you earlier. Class 7, meanwhile, is surprised by the boy's age. He looks far too young to be the one charged with greeting them. Huh? What's up? Oh, nothing. Anyway, sorry we took so long getting this to you. Don't worry about it. The mayor told me that he was going to invite you over for lunch, so I knew you weren't coming by until later. You don't think he actually works here, do you? He barely looks Tilia's age. Are you the only one here? It looks so quiet. Pretty much. It must be tough looking after a factory all by yourself. Nah, I'm kinda used to it by now. That must mean you're left in charge fairly often then. Are you the factory owner's son by any chance? Huh? Oh, I just thought that if you'd been left in charge of here alone, even for a short time, then he must really trust you. That seemed like the most likely possibility. Quickly dawns on Kai that Machias only thought this because of his age. Oh, I guess you would be surprised to find a kid working here. I've been working here for a while, though. I got hired after I lost my mum and dad. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to, Really, don't let it get to you. It doesn't bother me. Relating in some way because he was adopted, Rean can sympathize with Kai. I'm impressed. You say you've been working here for a while. It's not every day someone your age is given so much responsibility. You must have worked pretty hard to get where you are. It's not really a big deal. You don't have to be so modest. I'm not, though. It just feels like I'm getting by day. Maybe if I was more capable, able to do a better job of looking after my sister. But I can't do half as much as what you're probably thinking. You've got a sister too, huh? Kai knows that Tilia went to give them flowers. Yep. You might have already met her at the mayor's place. Her name's... With perfect timing, she arrives to bring him something to eat. Kai, I brought you something to eat. Oh, thanks. Tilia's your sister. Yeah, I can see it. You look alike. That's funny. Wasn't expected to see you again quite so soon. They just came by to make a delivery. Oh, are we later today? Thanks for stopping by. We really do appreciate it. We're just glad to be of help. The lack of goods in general was already giving us a headache, but barely getting any orbments in stock was really starting to hurt us. Orbments? You brought us orbments? Yes? While Rean isn't sure what Tilia is asking for, Kai is, and responds as such. Tilia, you do know we don't handle battle orbments like the ones Toby carries, right? Just your standard models? Toby as in the Toby from Cornelia? Yeah. That was a book republished fairly recently, if I recall. Yeah, Tilia's a huge fan of it. The main character is this smuggler called Toby who's really skilled with arts, and he ends up becoming a bracer at the end. There's rumors he's based on a real person who lives here in Erebonia too. Well, the only bracer I know who's that skilled with arts is Toval. It was the only one that comes to mind for me as well. Might actually be acquainted with the real Toby. Wait, you're friends with Toval? Huh? You too? All of a sudden, they hear the loud cry from up in the mountains behind the town. What was that? Whatever it was, it sounded big. You think it's a cryptid? It very well could be. And judging by that roar, it's not too far from here either. I don't think we can afford to ignore anything that sounds that dangerous. Agreed. Let's go. Meanwhile, Altina looks down upon the town while being cradled by Clamp-Saleus. Cryptid identified in mountain region. The Ashen Awakener and his companions appear to be moving to engage it. Targets appear to be on the move. Clamp-Saleus. Commencing pursuit. After we settled on Elisa, Elliot, and Macias being in charge of guarding the town, Kai volunteered to guide the rest of us into the mountains. It's easy to lose your footing around here, so be careful, okay? Got it. I don't know what we would have done if you hadn't offered to lead the way, Kai. Tell me about it. I could see us getting lost in a place like this. You're not scared at all? No, I'm fine. You're all putting yourselves in danger to protect everyone in town. I can't afford to sit at home and do nothing. You're not only hard-working, you're clearly very brave, too. Kai's expression grows a little more serious. No, I'm not. This is just my way of trying to make up for a past mistake, I guess. What do you mean? A while ago, got caught up in some real trouble here, and a few bracers had to come save me. Toval was one of them. Is that how you two met? Yeah, but because of my own carelessness, I caused a whole lot of people to worry about me. Once it was over, I swore I'd do whatever I could to offer help if anything like that happened in Alster again. I see. At this point, Milliam notices the cryptid on the other side of the trees.
Oh, there it is!
I can sense the higher elements like in Legram, too. Let's take it out. Take heed, everyone. That goes without saying.
Let's get him, Lemmy!
Stay back, Kai. Right. Alright. Let's do this. Right. Alright. Got it. Right behind you.
Okie dokie!
Meanwhile, back in town, Tinia is on her way to deliver food to the Class 7 members who stayed behind to do guard duty. I really hope they like these. As she passes a flower bed, Tilia notices Altina standing around. Targets currently silent, remaining vigilant. Altina notices Tilia approaching. Good evening. Good evening. I assume you must be a resident of Alster? Yes, my name's Tilia. I work as a flower girl here. My name is Altina Orion. This appears to be an unusual time of day to be doing business, however. Oh, I finished work for the day. I'm actually on my way to deliver food to the people who are hard at work guarding the town. I see. I believe their base of operations is in the opposite direction. Oh, it is, but I was planning on stopping by at the flower bed first. Flower bed must refer to a facility in which one raises flowers. Might you be referring to this in front of me? That's right. I was planning on picking some for them. Understood. It's possible I am obstructing your work by remaining in my current position, so I will step aside. Altina walks a short distance away from the flower bed. Oh, I'm sorry, you didn't have to do that. No apologies necessary. This is a beautiful flower bed. It's easy to see that it is well cared for. Thank you very much. Are you the one who does so? Yeah, when I started working here, the mayor told me that I could use it. Oh, I know. Tinia picks a flower. Would you like one? Didn't you say that your work was complete for the day? It is, but I want you to have this. I was really happy when you praised the flower bed, so, you know. The flower is very much appreciated. At this point, Altina notices Elliot drawing near, carrying out his patrol. One member of the patrol team is approaching. Huh? Tinia then glances over in Elliot's direction. Taking this opening, Altina flies off on Clamp-Saleus before Tilia notices. Oh, Elliot! Huh? Is that you, Tilia? Elliot runs over to her. What are you doing out here? It's not safe to be outside alone at this time of day.
I was just on my way to see you, actually. Besides, I'm not alone. I was just talking to...
Talia turns around and notices that Altina is no longer there.
Huh. Where did she go?
Who were you talking to?
I don't know her name. She was wearing a hood. Maybe I met a witch just like Mark.
A witch, huh? That'd be interesting. Anyway, I've just finished my patrol, so I was thinking heading back to the others. How about you come with?
Sure. Thank you.
Elliot and Talia eventually reach the patrol group's base of operations. Hey guys, I'm back. Hey there, welcome back.
Oh, and you brought Talia with you?
Yeah, I ran into her while I was out, and she said she was on her way here, so I figured I'd bring her with me. She said she's got food for us.
I brought you some sandwiches to have on your breaks. Aw, thanks.
Alright, I'm up next. I'll be back in a bit.
We'll see you later.
Take care. Thanks, I will. After Macias left, Elisa turns to thank Talia again.
It was so sweet of you to come all this way to bring us these, Talia. Well, you're all doing so much for us. I wanted to do something to help you, even if it was just making sandwiches.
You and your brother are probably the most grown-up kids I've ever met.
You're telling me?
It's not every day you have someone Kai's age volunteering to lead the way into the mountains.
I couldn't believe someone so young could be so brave.
Yeah, and he seems like he's doing a great job taking care of things over at the factory too.
He's the best brother in the whole wide world.
And I'm sure he feels the same way about you, you know? I'd be shocked if he didn't. He wouldn't want a sister as considerate as you. Talia's expression suddenly becomes gloomier.
I'd like it if he did, but I don't know.
What's wrong?
I just don't know how he could really be proud of me when I'm keeping a secret from him.
A secret?
Can I ask what kind of secret? Well...
From his own experience of having his dreams opposed by his father, Elliot has a good idea of what she might be worried about.
This is just a guess, but it doesn't have anything to do with what you want to be when you grow up, does it?
How did you know?
Oh, I was right? Well, remember when we were all talking about how Emma had written stories before? Your eyes lit up like it was something you wished you were doing too. I couldn't help but wonder whether you wanted to be an author yourself or something. Wow. Amazed you guessed, you're completely right. I think that sounds like a wonderful dream. But the mayor told me it's not something most people can make mirror by doing. And Kai does so much to look after me. It wouldn't be fair if I was the only one who got to follow their dreams. Oh. I can see why you feel that way. But if being a writer is what you want to do, I don't think that should stop you. But the issue is that you want to make enough to support Kai, and you don't feel like you can do that through writing, right? Uh-huh. I feel like it's my turn to return the favor after all he's done for me. It'd be perfect if I could earn the money, but I doubt it.
Well, a hard dream isn't an impossible one.
That means you shouldn't give up just yet.
If you've got something you want to do, and the will to see it through, things will work out in the end. And then both you and Kai can be happy, right?
Talia seems somewhat cheered up by Elliot's words. I suppose you're right.
Look at me acting like some kind of expert. I barely figured that out for myself not too long ago.
Next time you go for something inspiring, try not to finish with that fun fact, Elliot. Sorry.
Feeling a little better now?
Yep.
At this point, Talia finally steals her resolve and approaches Elisa in particular.
Elisa, I've got a favor I want to ask you.
What is it?
I'm actually working on a story at the moment, but I can't decide how I want it to end. Would you mind reading through what I've got so far and telling me what you think?
Was that what you were going to ask me back at the mayor's house? I'd be happy to.
Thank you. I'll go and get it right away. Wait right here. I'll be back soon. Wait a second. It's not safe to go running off on your own. She's fast. Let's go after her. Elisa and Elliot are suddenly on alert when they hear a shotgun being fired from the direction where Macias should be. Oh no. That was a gun, wasn't it? It must have been Macias. Rean runs towards the cryptid, his sword raised. Ah! Yeah. Woohoo! We did it! Are you alright, Kai? Yes, I'm fine. That's good to hear. We should hurry back to the town then. I'm sure Tilia's been waiting at the edge of her seat to hear from her brother. Yeah, now's a perfect time to let the others know how things went, too. All of a sudden, Gaius senses something is amiss and looks over in the direction of the town. What is it, Gaius? I can sense a strange wind coming from the direction of the town. What? Look! As they look down at the town, they are horrified by what they see. This is terrible. Is that... It's on fire! And that's no accidental fire either. Someone set it off. Probably Jaegers. What are Jaegers doing attacking Alster? Oh, Rutilius. What about the townspeople? Jaegers hide by the Alliance, I suppose. What would they stand to gain from attacking a town this far out of the way? I don't know. There's no way I'm letting Alster become a second Ymir. Rean. Let's go. We need to get there as fast as we can. Right. Oh, Rean! Elisa? At the bottom of the mountain they find Elliot, Macias, Elisa, and a number of Alster's residents. Thank goodness. I was hoping we'd run into you if we waited here. Glad to see you're okay too. We tried to get in contact with you, but couldn't get through. Sorry. We were so focused on getting the residents to safety, we weren't even paying attention to our Arcus units. We saw the fire from the mountain. Jaegers? Meanwhile, Macias has a wound along his side. Yeah. Ugh. Macias, you're hurt! Yeah, but don't worry. It's just a scratch. He ran into them during his patrol. Stay still. I'll try and ease the pain with my magic. Thanks. Lux Solis, heal him, sunlight. Can't believe how useless we were. We stayed behind in case something happened, and all we were able to do when it did was bring a few of the residents to safety. Be as that may be, there were only 3 of you. You never stood a chance. Where's Tilia? I'm so sorry. What's it like in the town now? They've completely taken over. All the residents that were left behind have been captured and are being watched. They fought Macias, but I'm guessing they know he's not alone. This is a worst-case scenario. If they intend to use the people of Alster as human shields against us, then we'll need to be very careful with our next move. No. There's got to be something we can do here. Rean reflexively turns towards the source of the sound. Who's there? Hey, looks like you guys could use a hand. Wait a sec. Oh! Want me to pitch in? Toval! We were initially surprised by Toval's sudden appearance, but time was precious. We quickly shifted our focus to planning out a rescue mission. We were able to establish after some investigating that Alster's residents were being held in 4 different areas, and we agreed to split into just as many teams to launch an all-out attack. Rean decides to contact Toa on the Courageous to fill her in. Okay, understood. There's no way you could ignore something like that, no matter how little you want to get directly involved in the war. We think so too. We'll do everything we can to sort this out quickly as possible. Good luck, Rean. We'll pick you up as soon as you're done, so let me know when the operation's over, okay? Sure thing. Thanks. I know you'll be fine, especially since you've got Toval with you, but take care. Promise? Promise. We'll be in touch soon. Okay, I'll be waiting. Is everyone ready to begin? Whenever you are. I'm ready too. My wound shouldn't be a problem now. Good to hear. Everyone, make your way to your assigned points. The assault will begin at dawn. Right. Well, it's almost dawn. Once we step out of this passage, the town entrance where the hostages are is pretty much right in front of us. Got it. I'll use my arse to knock them off guard, so you take the chance to charge in. Between us, we shouldn't have any trouble pulling this off. Hopefully. I don't know what we would have done if you hadn't come, though. Heck, I'm still amazed you're even here. Weren't you heading out west? I got word from a real slave driver of a sister that Jaegers were showing their faces around here. I've been here before, and you guys were already here, so I seemed like the perfect guy for the job, I guess. I see. Who's this real slave driver of a sister, though? Don't even ask. Anyway, I think it's about time for us to get this show started. Don't fall behind now. I'm right here with you. Let's move. The two Jaegers standing guard are shocked when Rean and Tova suddenly appear from behind them. What the hell? Way to stand half asleep right in front of the passage, guys. Airstrike! What the? Damn it! Who are you? The Jaeger goes to fire, but Rean is already within attacking distance. Too slow. Alright, I'll get to work evacuating the hostages. You take care of tying these two up. Got it. You think you can do it, Emma? Yes. I think I should be able to teleport the three of us inside without too much trouble. I can sense two people standing inside. Must be the Jaegers. I'll do my best to make sure we reappear behind them then. Are you two ready? I'm ready. Me too. Then I'll begin. One of the Jaegers reacts to the sound. Ha! Take this! Gaius and Elisa knock the two Jaegers unconscious with blunt blows from their weapons. Ugh! Gah! Phew, that went smoothly enough. And it was all thanks to Emma. Phew, I'm just glad nothing went wrong. Emma turns to the townsfolk who were imprisoned there. You're all going to be fine now. Follow us. We'll guide you out of the town. I'll lead the way. Emma and I will keep watch at the rear, so there's nothing to worry about. Let's go, Emma. Maybe they caught us off guard last time, but they're not going to do it again. Right. Laura, Fee, and Elliot are observing the park from the bushes at its side. They all speak barely above a whisper, not wanting to be heard. There's no way we're mounting a surprise attack when visibility in the park is this good. Then we know what must be done. Elliot? Oh no. Do we have to? We just thought of it overnight, and I can't be the one who lets everyone down. Okay, let's get this over with. I'll be counting on you two, okay? We won't let you down. Good luck. Elliot makes his way over to the Jaegers, pretending to be a resident of the town. He's clearly very nervous. Hey! You there! Who, me? Wait, what are you doing? Please, don't point that thing at me. Just a kid, huh? I thought we got them all. Meanwhile, Laura and Fee watch from their initial position, waiting for a chance to strike, while continuing to speak in a low whisper. Whatever. If you value your life, get over there with the rest of them and keep your mouth shut. Elliot is quite the natural actor. I don't think he's acting. Wait. Is someone in those bushes? Huh? They noticed us. I thought I was being all stealthy too. That one's good. Panicking, Elliot ends up tripping. Whoa! Oh. Elliot decides to use this to his advantage and jumps at the Jaegers. Crap, I'm gonna fall! Hey! Head off balance. Come on, Fee. Gotcha. What the? Ah? Ah! Ah! Mission complete. We owe our success to you, Elliot. Choosing to deliberately fall over there was a brilliant strategy. Thanks. Sure, losing my balance the first time was totally an accident, but they don't need to know that.
Macius, Eustace, and Milliam hid inside the inn while they planned their next move.
It's cool the inn's got a hen house attached to it. Not so cool we don't get to enjoy some fancy, eggalicious food because of these damn Jaegers, though. At a risk of sounding stupid to you, is this really the time to be thinking about food? Can't you be a little more serious? Where did I go wrong with Adios to end up in this group to begin with? Ah, what's wrong with us? I think Tova did a good job putting us together. Besides, so long as we've got me here, we'll be able to get those hostages out in no time. Is that so? Need I remind you exactly why we've been left with no choice but to cram ourselves in here to begin with? How there's no easy way to get into the room where the hostages are located without alerting the Jaegers. And how we can only formulate a viable plan from here, the only unfortunate spot with a decent view. Yeah, I know. I'm not dumb. Besides, proposing daring plans in hen houses is what I do. I suppose I'll humor you by listening to your lunacy. We might not be able to sneak into the room unnoticed, but Lammy can. What? See, here's what I do. I send Lammy into the room, right? Then when he's really close to the Jaegers, I make him visible so he scares the crap out of them. And while they've got no idea what's going on, we charge through the window and save the hostages. Boom. Done. Easy my ass. If you do that... Okay, let's go, go, go! Let me finish, damn it! Come on, Lammy! Aren't you even going to give us time to prepare? I swear this child will be the death of us. Let's go, Ragnus. Right. Charge! The Jaegers are all terrified of Arigetlum, but so are the town's residents. What is that thing? Where did it come from? Stay back. I will shoot. Eustace holds his sword out towards one of the Jaegers. I suggest you put that gun down, unless you want this sword through your neck. Where did you come from? Stop right there. I'll bet I'm faster at pulling the trigger than you are at running away. Care to find out? Damn it. Get him, Lammy. Arigetlum grabs both of the Jaegers so they can't escape. Let me go! No one can beat Lammy. Everything's over now, guys. You're all safe. Huh? Milliam then realizes that the hostages are terrified of Arigetlum. Huh? What is that thing? Oh, I didn't know you were here, Mr. Mayor. What are you scared for? We caught the bad guys. Trying to at least pretend to understand that you aren't normal. I know I'd be petrified if a bizarre and clearly dangerous thing like Arigetlum appeared while I was being held hostage. But Lammy's not scary at all. With all four groups successfully liberating their designated areas, the hostages were guided to safety, all except Tilia, who was nowhere to be found. Realizing that this could mean there were more Jaegers still on the loose in town, we motioned back with Kai, who insisted on joining us. Before long... What was that? You've got to be kidding me. That sounded like a soldat. Tilia! Came from the plaza. Let's go. A Jaeger and a soldat is drawing closer to a terrified Tilia. I thought I'd landed in hot water when the hostages got away, but who'd have thought I'd be lucky enough to find you here? Help! Lisa fires an arrow which flies between Tilia and the soldat before striking the latter. Ha!
The hell? Where'd that come from?
Class 7 and Kai start running towards Tilia. If you so much as touch her, you're going to regret it. Tilia! Anissa! Kai!
So you're the guys who screwed everything up, are you? You're nothing but a bunch of kids. Crap. I figured we didn't get all of them.
I could never have imagined they would have a soldat here. The only explanation would be they really were hired by the Alliance. We've got to stop him. They only need the one soldat to knock a town like this into the ground. Think you got this covered, Rean? I'll do what I can. Kai, you're taking care of that thing to us. You and Tilia need to get out of here. Right. I'll back you up.
Nothing makes me want to puke more than some brats trying to play hero. Let the big boys have their fun ransacking. And if you still think playing hero is a good idea, you're dead. Ransacking?
Tilia, who was close to a collapsing building, cries out in fear. Ah! Oh no. She's going to get caught under it. Damn it. We're not going to make it in time. Tilia! Clam Soleas protects Tilia from the falling rubble from above, covering her like a shield. I'm okay? I'm pleased to see I made it in time. Wait, isn't she... Oh, it's Sammy! She just protected Tilia, didn't she? Tilia! Are you alright, Tilia? I'm fine. Thank goodness. What are you doing out here all alone? I'm sorry. It's just that I was worried about the flower beds, so... Civilian safety has been confirmed. Clam Soleas. What? I thought they were allies. Why is she attacking him? We can worry about that later. Now's our chance. Rean. Got it. Rean raises his hand to summon Valimar. Heed my call. Valimar, the Ashen Knight. Acknowledged. Valimar approaches from above, causing the Jaeger to panic. It can't be. Isn't that the thing those provincial army guys kept going on about? What's it doing here? Do you desire my power, my awakener? Please. Then I shall assist you however I can. Our target's that soldat in front of us. Let's take it out. Acknowledged. Ah, damn you. I'm not losing now. You're going to pay for threatening the safety of this town and its people. My power is yours to use as you see fit. Let's do this, Valimar. Affirmative. Rean and Valimar attack the soldier with a powerful strike. Here we go. Flame impact. The soldat begins to fall to the ground, and the Jaeger inside cries out. Phew. Well, guess we're all good here. Meanwhile, Kai and Tilia are stunned at the battle they just witnessed. Whoa. He was just like Pedro. With that, the trouble that had plagued Alster came to an end. Fortunately, we were able to keep the impact such an attack could have otherwise had to a minimum, and the mayor was confident they would be able to begin restoring the town back to its former self almost immediately. After reporting our now completed mission to Toa, we came to learn the truth behind the incident from Altina, who had yet to leave. Class 7 gathers to listen to Altina. Were you able to remove everyone from the surrounding area? Yeah, go right ahead. In that case, I shall explain. As you may have surmised, the attack on this town was the work of Jaegers, who had signed a contract with the Noble Alliance. However, they were acting on their own after abandoning their assigned mission and taking a soldat without consent. What? They seriously ran off and took a soldat with them? And that is correct. The task assigned to me by Lord Rufus Alborea was to apprehend them and recover, or, if that was not possible, destroy the stolen soldat. I see. So the Noble Alliance wasn't involved at all? At the very least, they were not acting under Lord Rufus Alberea's orders. So they were little more than Jaeger dropouts. That certainly fits their profile. Before I leave, Lord Rufus Alberea entrusted me with a message for all of you regarding what occurred here. What kind of message? Speaking as the Noble Alliance's Forces Chief of Staff, I would like to extend my thanks to all of you in Class 7 for your efforts in helping the people of Alster. I'd also like to give my assurance that no further shameful happenings will be taking place after our inevitable victory over the Imperial Army. Speaking as a member of your Academy's Board of Directors, however, I pray earnestly that you will all be safe and well when that day comes. That's quite the thank you message. If you count polite, roundabout versions of stay out of our way as thank yous, then yes. Also, there's more. Yes, the next message is from the Azure Knight's Awakener. Crow said something? He did. It's been a short while since we last saw him, so I wonder what he has to say. First up, forgot to say this before, but congratulations on getting the gang back together. I've been hearing all about what you've been up to on the Courageous. I can't wait to see what you guys can do and what path you'll eventually decide to take in the future. I'll meet again soon, I'm sure. I can never tell what goes on in that head of his. Ditto. But I've got a feeling we can take his words at face value this time. I have relayed the requested messages, so we'll now be departing. Oh, wait a second. Why? I see no valid reason to remain here any longer. The girl you rescued earlier, Tilia, wanted to say thank you before you left. Mind waiting while I go get her? Tell her that no thanks are necessary. But all I wanted to do was return the favor of giving me that flower. What? Clamsaleus. Altina hops onto Clamsaleus. And then if you will excuse me, may we meet again. Bye-bye, Altina! Bye-bye, Sammy! Kindly do not confuse Clamsaleus with peculiar nicknames. Farewell. Altina flies off into the sky. I suppose she really was only here just for us. Yeah, she didn't waste any time leaving. Can't say I wanted someone from the Alliance around for longer than necessary, but Tilia probably won't be very happy when she finds out she's already left. Speaking of Tilia, what was that pile of papers that she gave you earlier, Lisa? All that? That's between me and her. Our business in the town now finished, we began walking around and saying our goodbyes to the residents. It wasn't long before the Courageous had come to pick us up, and Kai and Tilia came to see us off with Toval, who was departing for Western Erebonia once his business in the region was finished. Are you sure you don't want us to drop you off, Toval? It wouldn't be any trouble on our part. Nah, don't worry about me. I'll be fine. Well, if you're sure. Still, I want to thank you for all you did to help with Class 7's work here. It was nothing. Just doing what I could. I'm guessing it'll be a while before we see each other again. But take care, okay? The same to you. Don't you have something you want to say to them too, Kai? Oh, yeah. Thank you all so much for what you did for us. Hope I can be strong like all of you one day, so I can protect everyone here like you did. Think you're strong enough as you are now, Kai? Really? The whole time Alster was in trouble, you only had the townspeople and Tilia on your mind. You were desperately trying to think of ways you could help them without being too reckless. Takes a pretty strong person to think that way. Wouldn't you agree? Rean's right. There aren't many children out there who would have gone out their way to help as much as you did. Yeah, you're pretty amazing. Maybe you don't have strength of body just yet, but you've certainly got strength of heart. Indeed, you deserve my praise for that at least. Only you could sound so arrogant when praising someone else. Thank you. Maybe I should have a little more confidence in myself. Well, keep taking care of Tilia, alright? Of course. Meanwhile, the girls are talking to Tilia while watching what the boys are doing. They seem to be having fun together. Tilia is curious about what Lisa thought of the incomplete novel she gave her. Lisa, I know.
Elisa goes to give Tilia the story back, having read it while waiting for the courageous to arrive. Here you go. I read it all, too. Thank you so much. I'm sure you had plenty of other things you would have rather done than read it, but still. Not at all. It was a lot of fun to read, Tilia. I was so wrapped up in it, I was done before I even knew it. Really? Absolutely. At this point, the other girls join in the conversation. Ah, so this was your little secret, was it? Oh. Didn't know you wrote a story just like Emma. You're amazing, Tilia. Could have shown it to all of us too, Elisa. Well, Tilia was the one who came to me and said she wanted me to read it. Who was I to say no? I'm sorry. It's not that I didn't want the rest of you to see it. I just wanted Elisa to tell me if it was any good first. And not only was it good, I loved it. Having flower spirits as the main characters was a really nice idea, and the concept of them going around saving desolate countries and filling them with flowers was so sweet. It's so very you to think it up, too. Yay, I'm so happy you think so. I don't know if I can help you think of an ending, though. Sorry. I gave it a lot of thought, but nothing came to mind. Oh, actually, I thought of something by myself eventually. Really? Yep. The rest of the story is about how the goddess loses her power, and that leads to fiends making the world become barren and lifeless. So the spirits have to work to try and restore her strength, right? But I thought it'd be nice if in the end, the goddess decides to fight alongside them too. Fighting goddess, huh? I like the sound of that. Watching you all work together to help everyone made me wish I had friends just like you guys. It made me think about how if the goddess watched the spirits doing the same thing for long enough, she'd eventually want to fight by their side too. Aww. I'll make sure I finish my story before you come back. I really hope you'll be able to read it again when it's finished. Good luck. I can hardly wait. Thank you. Everyone has to raise their voices to be heard over the Courageous' engines starting up. Alright, we'll be off now. See you when I see you. Kai? Tilia? Thank you all so much. Come back again someday. We will. Take care of yourselves. Right. Bye! Oh, look at that. Kai and Tilia are still waving. They're both good kids. They certainly are. I look forward to seeing what the future holds for the both of them. I just hope that this war is over by the time they reach our age. No one can say for sure whether it will be, but it's a fact that the longer this war rages, the more young people like them will have their futures threatened. That's all the more reason we need to keep doing what we can. I only hope that our efforts guide a fine wind in their direction. Me too. Yeah, and on that note, let's get going to our next destination. Right. Toval, Tilia, and Kai stay to see the Courageous off until it's completely out of sight. Well, there they go. Yeah, hope we can see them again one day. Same here. Kai looks over at the bundle of papers that Tilia has. He already knows that she's been working on a story and that she wants to be an author, but questions her just to see how she'll react. By the way, Tilia, what's that in your hand? What? This is... Oh, what's this? Can I see? Not yet. I need to finish it first. Finish it, huh? So when can I read this work in progress? Oh... Huh? Kai? Sorry, Tilia. You probably think you're doing a great job keeping everything a secret from me, but I figured it out ages ago. Really? How did you? Because you're a terrible liar, that's why. No. Never underestimate older brothers. When it's done, you're gonna let me read it too, right? Of course. You're the one I want to read it most. Then I can't wait. I shouldn't expect you to start picking up the pen yourself, though. You're not going to base any of the characters on anyone, are you? You'll just have to wait and see. Now there's a suspicious smile if I ever saw one. But I'll be sure to make it a wonderful story, just like Cornelia. Get me where it hurts, why don't you? But hey, guess I can look forward to the finished product.